Lauren Graham says she will always say yes to a Gilmore Girls return, best part one ever had. Lauren Graham will never completely say goodbye to Lorelai Gilmore, and is always down for a Stars Hollow reunion. I always say yes because it's the best part one ever had, Graham, 57, said on the Tuesday, February 4th, episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I love doing it, and I think it was a really wonderful experience. It's just that thing where it was the perfect material at the perfect time with the perfect writer, and it just means so much to me. Gilmore Girls, created by Amy Sherman-Palladino, aired for 7 seasons on the WB, later the CW, between 2000 and 2007. The sitcom followed fast-talking single mom Lorelai Gilmore Graham and her teenage daughter, Rory Alexis Bledel, who lived in the quirky small town of Stars Hollow, Connecticut. Gilmore Girls also starred Kelly Bishop and Edward Hermann as Lorelai's parents, Emily and Richard, who lived in the nearby city of Hartford. Ahead of the pilot, Lorelai had been estranged from her parents ever since welcoming Rory when she was 16 years old. While the OG run of Gilmore Girls wrapped in 2007, the main cast reunited in 2016 for a 4-episode revival series on Netflix. I will say the enduring fandom can be strange at times because, on one hand, people are starting to say, like, you raised me, and I'm like, I hope there were other adults involved, Graham joked on Tuesday. And then, on the other hand, people are like, I just have the show on in the background. It puts my dog to sleep, we're not even listening anymore. It's just on, like, background music. Graham and Scott Patterson, who played Lorelai's eventual husband Luke Danes, later reunited for a Walmart campaign that aired in December 2024. It's so wild, she said of returning to the same set years later. There are all kinds of things where, like, the door doesn't really close. It's on this weird hinge so that it doesn't make noise. So, you have to close it yourself. And then they said, oh, shouldn't you be surprised when you see Kirk, the character played by Sean Gunn, is the Walmart delivery man. I said, no, Lorelai wouldn't be surprised because Kirk takes every job in town. Graham added, they didn't want to get it wrong. I just didn't want to make a decision that my boss Amy wouldn't make. While there is no formal plan to revive Gilmore Girls again, Sherman-Palladino, 59, previously teased that it could happen down the line. Gilmore Girls. A year in the life was so fun, and so to be back, it really felt like a family reunion, Sherman-Palladino exclusively told Us Weekly in February 2022. But everybody's doing other projects now, everybody's working, which is annoying for us, but delightful for them, you know. She continued, I know it sounds like bulls, at this point because I keep saying it, but it really is all about the timing. It's absolutely not off the table. The stars just haven't aligned yet. Hollywood, California, Gilmore Girls fans worldwide rejoiced after Lauren Graham, the beloved actress who portrayed Lorelai Gilmore on the hit TV series, expressed her willingness to return to the iconic role. Graham, who starred as Lorelai from the show's debut in 2000 until its conclusion in 2007, has opened up about her fondness for the character and her deep connection to the world of Gilmore Girls. In a recent interview, the actress stated unequivocally that she would always say yes to returning to the beloved show if the opportunity arose. This declaration of enthusiasm for a potential Gilmore Girls revival or continuation has sparked excitement among fans who have long hoped for another chapter in the lives of Lorelai, Rory, and the quirky town of Stars Hollow. Graham's acknowledgement that playing Lorelai was the best part one ever had only adds to the speculation and hope that more stories from Stars Hollow could one day make their way to the screen. A legacy of love and laughter, Lorelai Gilmore's impact. Gilmore Girls, a family drama filled with sharp-witted dialogue, emotional depth, and heartwarming moments, captivated audiences for 7 seasons on the WB network. The show centered on the relationship between Lorelai Gilmore and her daughter, Rory, played by Alexis Bledel. Set in the picturesque, quirky town of Stars Hollow, Connecticut, Gilmore Girls became a cultural touchstone, drawing viewers in with its relatable characters, intricate storytelling, and masterful blend of humor and drama. At the heart of Gilmore Girls was Lorelai Gilmore, a fast-talking, independent single mother who navigated life with a combination of sarcasm, determination, and deep love for her daughter. Lorelai's journey, marked by her relationships with her own family, her romantic entanglements, and her dreams of running an inn, formed the backbone of the series. Graham's portrayal of Lorelai was universally acclaimed, and her chemistry with the rest of the cast, particularly with Bledel, was one of the show's greatest strengths. For Graham, the role of Lorelai was not only a professional highlight but also a deeply personal one. She often spoke about how much she identified with Lorelai's drive and sense of humor, and how playing the character allowed her to experience the joy and complexity of portraying a loving mother who was also figuring out her own life. Lauren Graham's relationship with Lorelai Gilmore. In her recent remarks, Graham emphasized that Gilmore Girls remains a huge part of her identity, both personally and professionally. Lorelai was the best part one ever had, she said, reflecting on the lasting impact of the role on her life. The actress elaborated that her time on the show was not just about the character but about the people she worked with, the friendships she formed, and the life lessons she learned. It was clear from her words that Lorelai, and the show, holds a special place in Graham's heart. Despite the show's original run ending nearly 2 decades ago, Graham's connection to Lorelai has remained strong. Her recognition of the character's significance in her career is matched by her affection for the Gilmore Girls fans who have continued to support the series even after its conclusion. Fans have never let go of the show, making it a cultural phenomenon that has spanned generations, thanks to reruns, streaming services like Netflix, and the occasional reunion or special event. For Graham, the connection to the show and the character has never truly ended. The actress continues to be involved in Gilmore Girls-related events and discussions, and she has remained a visible supporter of the show's legacy. When asked about her feelings toward a possible return to Stars Hollow, Graham's response was clear: "If they asked me to come back, I would always say yes." The return of Gilmore Girls, a dream for fans. The idea of a Gilmore Girls return has been a dream for fans ever since the series concluded its original run in 2007. Although the show's finale wrapped up several storylines, it left many questions unanswered, especially regarding Rory's future and Lorelai's ongoing relationships. Fans wanted more, and they got it when Netflix released the Gilmore Girls revival special, Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, in 2016. The 4-episode revival answered some lingering questions, but it also left room for more exploration of the beloved characters' lives. The finale, in particular, left fans with a cliffhanger regarding Rory's life and her relationship with her family, making the desire for another revival all the more prominent. Since the revival, Graham has remained a constant source of conversation regarding the possibility of future projects related to Gilmore Girls. In her recent interview, she reflected on the joy of returning to the role, noting that the experience of filming the revival was emotionally fulfilling for her. "Getting back together with everyone for a year in the life was like picking up right where we left off. The chemistry was still there," Graham said. "It was incredibly special." However, despite the success of the revival, there has been no formal announcement regarding a second revival season or another continuation. The entertainment industry's evolving landscape, as well as the schedules of the lead actors, complicates the possibility of another Gilmore Girls return. But Graham's words have kept the hope alive, and fans are eagerly waiting for any news of a potential follow-up project. The evolution of Lorelai Gilmore. One of the reasons why Gilmore Girls remains so beloved is the growth of its characters over the years. Lorelai's journey from an independent single mother running an inn to a woman seeking stability and balance in her personal and professional life resonated deeply with viewers. Her relationship with her daughter, Rory, was at the heart of the show, but Lorelai also experienced personal growth through her career, romantic relationships, and evolving relationships with her parents, Emily and Richard Gilmore. Graham's portrayal of Lorelai was nuanced, and she was able to show the character's vulnerabilities alongside her humor and strength. It was this authenticity that made Lorelai such a relatable and enduring character. As fans reflect on their favorite moments from the show, they often recall Lorelai's witty one-liners, her deep love for Rory, and her complex relationship with her parents. In the revival, Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, Lorelai was depicted as still trying to balance her career and personal life, grappling with unresolved tensions from her past while also confronting new challenges. For fans of the show, seeing the characters in a more mature phase of their lives was both rewarding and emotional. In discussing the possibility of a future project, Graham reflected on the idea of where Lorelai could go next. "I think there's still so much more to explore with Lorelai," she said. "Her story isn't over, and I'd love to see where she could go from here." The role of Gilmore Girls in Lauren Graham's career. Before Gilmore Girls, Lauren Graham was a relatively unknown actress with a few smaller roles under her belt. But after landing the role of Lorelai Gilmore, she became a household name. Her sharp comedic timing and ability to portray a strong, independent woman made Lorelai a standout character in television history. For many viewers, Graham's performance helped define the early 2000s era of television. Beyond Gilmore Girls, Graham's career continued to flourish. After the show's original run, she went on to star in various projects, including the NBC comedy Parenthood, which earned her additional critical acclaim. She's also appeared in movies, written books, and continued to grow her career in various entertainment avenues. But no matter where her career took her, the legacy of Lorelai Gilmore remained firmly embedded in her identity as an actress. Fans often associate Graham with the character, and even in her other roles, there's an undeniable charm and wit that recalls Lorelai's personality. In many ways, Graham and Lorelai are intertwined, and the actress's desire to revisit the character is an acknowledgement of how special that time was in her career. The future of Gilmore Girls, and its legacy. While Graham's willingness to return to Gilmore Girls is a hopeful sign, the future of the series remains uncertain. Many questions still linger regarding where the characters could go next and what new stories might emerge. The revival A Year in the Life was a success in terms of fan reception, but there is still a desire for more content. Fans have long speculated about what a new season might look like, with theories ranging from a continuation of Rory's career and personal life to further exploration of Lorelai's relationships and in. As streaming platforms and digital content continue to evolve, there may be new opportunities for a Gilmore Girls return, whether through another special or a full-length series. For now, Graham's comments keep the dream alive for Gilmore Girls fans, reminding everyone that while the show may have concluded its original run, the bond between the characters and the audience remains as strong as ever. As Lauren Graham put it, Lorelai Gilmore is the best part one ever had, and I'll always say yes to coming back. Fans everywhere can only hope that one day, the beloved residents of Stars Hollow will return to tell more of their story. Lauren Graham says she will always say yes to a Gilmore Girls return. Best part one ever had. In a world where the landscape of television is constantly shifting, few shows have left as lasting an impact as Gilmore Girls. The series, which aired from 2000 to 2007 on the WB and later on Netflix, captured the hearts of millions with its quick-witted characters, intricate relationships, and the unique town of Stars Hollow. One of the central figures who brought that world to life was Lauren Graham, who portrayed the beloved Lorelai Gilmore. In a recent interview, Graham opened up about her enduring connection to the character, revealing that she would always say yes to a Gilmore Girls return. It was the best part one ever had, Graham confessed, referencing her role as Lorelai. Her remarks have reignited hope among fans that the iconic show, which returned for a limited revival in 2016, could see another return to the screen. But what makes this potential return so exciting, and why does Graham feel such an unbreakable bond with her character? The impact of Lorelai Gilmore, a character like no other. Lorelai Gilmore was, and still is, one of the most iconic characters in television history. As a sharp-witted, independent woman navigating the challenges of single motherhood, Lorelai's relationship with her daughter Rory, played by Alexis Bledel, formed the emotional core of Gilmore Girls. The show quickly became a beloved staple of early 2000s TV, largely due to the chemistry between Graham and Bledel. Their portrayal of the mother-daughter duo was both heartwarming and humorous, as Lorelai and Rory dealt with everything from their eccentric family dynamics to romantic entanglements and career aspirations. For Lauren Graham, the role of Lorelai was more than just a professional milestone. It was a defining chapter in her acting career. "I will always say yes if they ask me to come back," Graham stated during her interview, a sentiment that resonates with both her fans and her colleagues. The actress has gone on to have a diverse career post-Gilmore Girls, but it is the character of Lorelai that continues to define her. Whether it's her quick delivery of witty one-liners or her constant balancing act between career and motherhood, Graham's portrayal of Lorelai has continued to resonate with fans across the globe. The original run of Gilmore Girls, a cultural phenomenon. When Gilmore Girls first aired, it became an instant hit for the WB network. Its unique combination of humor, heart, and drama set it apart from other television dramas of the time. The characters in Gilmore Girls were multidimensional, with complex personal lives and strong ties to their community, making the show feel both real and aspirational. Lorelai Gilmore's character was introduced as a woman who had distanced herself from her wealthy, controlling parents, Emily and Richard Gilmore, played by Kelly Bishop and Edward Hermann, respectively. Her decision to raise her daughter, Rory, on her own terms and without the interference of her parents was at the heart of the show. The relationship between Lorelai and Rory was central, as the show explored the evolution of their bond, from the adolescent years of Rory to her entry into adulthood. It was clear that the series was about more than just a mother-daughter relationship. It was about family, ambition, love, and finding one's place in the world. The charm of the show also stemmed from the quirky town of Stars Hollow, where Lorelai and Rory resided. The town's eccentric but lovable residents, including the likes of Luke, Scott Patterson, Suki, Melissa McCarthy, and Kirk Sean Gunn, became beloved by fans, creating a world that felt like home to many. Gilmore Girls was known for its rapid-fire dialogue, pop culture references, and emotional depth, which earned it critical acclaim and a passionate fan base. The 2016 revival, a return to Stars Hollow. In 2016, nearly a decade after the original series ended, Gilmore Girls returned for a revival on Netflix, titled Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. The 4-episode special saw Lorelai and Rory returning to their respective lives, now much older but still grappling with familiar themes like relationships, career decisions, and family dynamics. The revival was met with a mixture of excitement and anticipation from fans. For many, it was the opportunity to see where the characters had ended up after the series finale. However, it also came with the lingering question, was this truly the end of Gilmore Girls? The final episode of the revival left fans on a cliffhanger, with Rory pregnant and unsure of her next steps in life. This open-ended conclusion has only fueled the fire for more content, with fans speculating about the potential for a second revival or even a full new season. For Lauren Graham, the return to the role of Lorelai was bittersweet. Getting back together with everyone for a year in the life felt like picking up where we left off, she said. There was such a deep bond between us all. It was like we never left. Her chemistry with Alexis Bledel was as strong as ever, and both actresses seemed to effortlessly slip back into their iconic roles. While A Year in the Life didn't answer all the questions fans had, it reignited the conversation about Gilmore Girls and its future. In fact, Graham's statement that she would always say yes to returning as Lorelai suggests that there might still be more to explore in Stars Hollow, provided the right story comes along. The possibility of a future Gilmore Girls continuation. In her recent interview, Graham didn't mince words when discussing the potential for more Gilmore Girls. If they asked me to come back, I would say yes, she shared. I love that world, and I love playing Lorelai. It was the best part one ever had. Graham's words have sparked a renewed interest in the possibility of a new Gilmore Girls season or a continuation of the series. While there's no official word yet from Netflix or the show's creator, Amy Sherman-Palladino, the possibility remains tantalizing. A new season could follow up on the unresolved storylines from A Year in the Life, explore Rory's future as a mother, or delve into Lorelai's continued journey with her in. Fans have long speculated that the next chapter could further explore the character's personal and professional developments. However, several factors complicate this possibility. Many of the original cast members, including Graham, Alexis Bledel, and Scott Patterson, are involved in other projects. The entertainment industry has evolved since the revival, and the challenges of coordinating schedules for such a large ensemble cast could make it difficult to reunite for a new season. Nonetheless, the public's hunger for more Gilmore Girls remains as strong as ever. Gilmore Girls is more than just a TV show, it's a cultural touchstone that continues to influence fans, creators, and writers. The show's message of strong family ties, determination, and the pursuit of happiness has remained relevant throughout the years, and its fan base only continues to grow. Lauren Graham's career after Gilmore Girls. While Gilmore Girls made Lauren Graham a household name, it is far from the only role she has taken on. After the series ended, Graham found success in other television projects, notably in the NBC drama Parenthood. She portrayed Sarah Braverman, a single mother navigating the complexities of raising children while dealing with family issues. The show was another emotional rollercoaster, similar in tone to Gilmore Girls, and Graham's portrayal earned her praise from critics and audiences alike. In addition to television, Graham has appeared in several films, including Bad Santa, Evan Almighty, and The Way Back. She has also written books, including a memoir titled Talking to Myself and a novel Someday, Maybe, which was inspired by her own experiences in the entertainment industry. Despite her successes, Graham has always remained closely associated with the character of Lorelai Gilmore. It is clear from her recent comments that Lorelai still holds a special place in her heart. It's the best part one ever had, she reiterated during the interview, a statement that speaks volumes about the enduring connection between Graham and the character she portrayed for 7 years. The legacy of Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls continues to be a source of comfort, entertainment, and inspiration for fans. Its mix of humor, heart, and familial love has made it timeless. The relationship between Lorelai and Rory Gilmore is one that resonates with so many people, especially those navigating their own complex family dynamics. And despite the passage of time, Gilmore Girls remains as relevant today as it was during its original run. In recent years, the rise of streaming platforms like Netflix has allowed the show to reach a new generation of fans who may not have experienced it during its original airing. The availability of Gilmore Girls on platforms like Netflix has allowed the show to be discovered by young viewers, further solidifying its place in the cultural landscape. Social media communities continue to thrive, with fans engaging in discussions, theories, and celebrations of the show's most memorable moments. Conclusion: the best part of Lauren Graham's career. Lorelai Gilmore. Lauren Graham's recent comments about Gilmore Girls remind fans just how deeply she cares about the show and the character that made her a star. "It was the best part one ever had," she said of her time on the series. It's clear that, for Graham, Gilmore Girls is more than just a role, it's a cherished part of her life and career. As fans continue to hope for a future Gilmore Girls continuation, Graham's words offer a glimmer of possibility. While the future of Gilmore Girls may still be uncertain, one thing is for sure: the legacy of the show, and the beloved character of Lorelai Gilmore, will continue to live on for years to come. If the opportunity arises, Lauren Graham will always be ready to say yes to returning to Stars Hollow.